Hi everybody, Jake, your resident content cowboy here. Yeehaw! And it was time to nerf Garchomp. He needed to be nerfed. That's right, a very odd patch just came out where they fixed a couple bugs and nerfed Garchomp. Let's talk about it. Oh, and they nerfed Lucario as well. That one kind of makes more sense. This from the Pokemon Unite Twitter. Attention trainers, Pokemon Unite has received the following adjustments. Lucario's close combat no longer triggers multiple healing effects when hitting multiple Pokemon. So this was an issue Lucario was having. Well, you know what? I'll read this and I'll go into it a little bit more. Garchomp, dig. Status increases have been reduced, and then Decidueye, fixed bugs. Okay, let me take you into the game here. We'll just take a look at this so we can be talking about exactly what's happening here with the moves pulled up. It might be a little helpful for some people. So, dig. Dig had a big buff to Garchomp's defense and special defense. So it was numbers wise, and it's okay if these numbers mean nothing to you. You'll just understand kind of the stark difference here once I explain it. Numbers wise, it gave you 350 defense and special defense for a short time when you popped up from dig after hitting an enemy Pokemon. So let me give you a few numbers that just kind of put that in perspective. At level 15, Garchomp's, this is fully leveled, defense is 472 and 367 special defense. So it gave you 350 defense and special defense additional to what you already had. And that's when you get dig at level 5. At level 5, your defense is only 138 points and your special defense 104. So without even understanding how defense or special defense works, you can imagine that that is a massive buff. And now that has been reduced considerably. The new buff is a formulation where essentially up until only level 15, it's lower at every single stage of the game. So now the formula is 25 times your level minus 1 plus 25. All of that to say, basically, once you get dig, it is only giving you, I believe, 125 to each of those stats. So at level 5, it has reduced it so much. Garchomp was far too good for 4 days. I don't know. It was like good for a day. I'm not saying it's necessarily bad here, but this is a huge nerf. Apparently they thought they way over buffed this situation. I don't think they did, because I don't think Garchomp was at all too difficult to deal with, but fair enough. Garchomp's dig gets a massive nerf. Let's talk about Lucario now. Lucario just popped back up into the meta as the crazy Lucario he has always been because of the combination of power-up punch and close combat. Close combat was given the ability not only to make you immune to hindrances while you're using it, unstoppable. That's the word I was looking for. I was about to say unmovable. Not only does it make you unstoppable, it also heals you when you hit enemy Pokemon with this. What it used to do is heal you based on everything you were hitting. Now it just heals you based on if a punch in that close combat is hitting. So in certain situations, this decreases the healing considerably. This is probably a reasonable change, honestly. I mean, they nerf Lucario's extreme speed. They just keep nerfing Lucario, but then they're like, what if we buff it a little bit here? What if we buff it a little bit there? So this is actually probably a good change to Lucario, but this is a little bit of a nerf. I would say probably a needed nerf, okay? Now let's talk about Decidueye. Decidueye is really interesting. So for a long time, I'm sure if you've watched my stuff, you know that I'm not super hot on Decidueye. I like this Pokemon, but I just don't think it works that well inside this game. One of the interesting things is they changed how Spirit Shackle works, and I was testing it out in a lot of games, and I still thought it was pretty underwhelming. Well, interestingly enough, one of the bug fixes for Decidueye was that Spirit Shackle wasn't actually doing a additional damage at long range like it was supposed to. Now they have fixed that, so it is. I wonder if taking this into some games now, I'm going to feel a lot different about this change to Spirit Shackle, my personal favorite build for Decidueye, now that we can actually see the damage at range. So I'm going to test this out and I'll get back to you all, but that's a nice fix. I didn't know it was bugged. I only found out it was bugged, I think, yesterday. The other bug on Decidueye is the attack speed was previously overwritten by Serena's attack speed and now has been reverted to the correct attack speed. I think that is positive for Decidueye. However, I do not know. I don't know the actual numbers there. I believe Decidueye's attack speed, once it ramps up, is better than Serena's, but I could be totally wrong here. Either way, they have fixed that bug. And then a couple bugs that they actually didn't talk about that looks like they have fixed here. Let's talk about... Oh, did I mention Razor Leaf? Because Razor Leaf, yeah, didn't get changed. Okay, Talonflame. Talonflame had... I don't know if this was just something they wanted to add in, but apparently with Fly now, it says after you hit it, also makes the user's next basic attack a boosted attack. I think it was always doing that. Maybe they just added it in the notes, but I think it was kind of always doing that, and they just added that so people understood that information. If I'm wrong there, I apologize. I played a lot of Talonflame, and it feels like whenever I landed a fly, I was doing a boosted basic. So this might just be added in here. According to UniteDB that I'm reading this off of, it says description changed, so that sounds about right. Trevenant also got a bug fix. This isn't maybe the buff we were looking for with Trevenant yet, but it got a bug fix where basically it cannot KO itself with a move, that move being Curse. So Curse can deal enough damage to itself to KO it, at least it could. Now this bug fix says Trevenant no longer takes any self-damage when HP is lower than the 4% max HP damage that would be dealt. Essentially, this is from UniteDB, essentially Trevenant can no longer KO themselves with Curse. So this is just really nice. I mean, if you were able to KO yourself before and now you can't, that's great. Still interested in getting a bigger buff for Trevenant, but I think outside of the Garchomp change, which honestly, I'm just scratching my head about, truthfully. I don't know. I would love to hear what you all think in the comments about that. I'm just scratching my head about it. But outside of the Garchomp change, I feel like all these changes make total sense. Really interested in trying out Decidueye now. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. I love you. And I'll see you all very, very soon. Goodbye. Mwah.